Hello and welcome to Rio's Positive POV. This is part 1 of 5. I'm going to be showing you my entire Blu Ray collection and speaking a little bit about some of the films as we go. So let's get into this video. I just want to say that it's going to be a little bit cutty. I'm going to cut a lot of this out. All the bits where I'm going up there to grab the Blu-rays will not be in the video. I will try and keep it as quick and as smooth as possible. So I'm going to start off with 4 movies. 4. We have Casino Royale, the first movie from Daniel Craig in the 007 James Bond series. We then have Quantum of Solace, which followed it. Skyfall, which came next. And then Spectre, which is the last one, which came out, the 4th movie from Daniel Craig as 007. When it comes to 007, James Bond, the Daniel Craig movies, they go like this. Skyfall is easily number 1 for me. Easily. It's my favourite Bond movie of all time. Then you got Casino Royale. Then you have Spectre. And then you have very, very, very down below them, Quantum of Solace, and that is my ranking for those movies. Now we have a few more numbered movies. We have 13 Hours, which is a John Krasinski led war film. It is a decent war movie. It's a decent action movie. Is it going to blow your socks off? No. Is it going to be something you can watch on a Friday night with a Ruby? Yes, 100%. 13 Hours, decent film. Then we have 21. 21 stars Kevin Spacey, also has Kate Bosworth, Jim Sturgis and Lawrence Fishburne. It is a poker movie. I'm a big fan of poker, love to play, really enjoy the movie. It's a fun, enjoyable movie, and yeah, 21. Then we have 127 Hours, which is the Danny Boyle movie, which stars James Franco. This is a good movie. I've only seen it once. It's not something you can go and watch multiple times. Nominated for 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Actor, which it deserved because it's a very well-made movie. 127 Hours. Yep, cool. Next one, 1917. Whoops. 1917 is a movie which I've seen in the cinema. I thought the editing and the continuous one-take vibe was quality. I haven't actually got around to watching the Blu-ray yet. I might rectify that this weekend. So 1917. Now I'm going to do another 4 movies at once and you'll understand why in a sec. We have Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers Assemble, Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. How do I rank those? Endgame is the most recent movie and is the most extravagant of the 4, but it is not my favourite. My favourite is in fact Infinity War. Endgame is second. The first movie, Avengers Assemble, is third, and then Age of Ultron is 4th. I like all 4 of them. I'm a big fan of the MCU, and the Avengers movies are pretty freaking awesome. Next movie, A Knight's Tale. This is my second favourite Heath Ledger movie after The Dark Knight. Also, Paul Bettany's in the movie and his character is very similar. Some of the tendencies he have, very similar to his performance as Vision in WandaVision. So definitely check out A Knight's Tale. Good movie. American Gangster, Russell Crowe, Denzel Washington, Ridley Scott directed the movie. It is a very good movie about Bumpy Johnson and yeah, pretty simple, good movie. Not much to say about American Gangster. Now, we have the highest grossing movie of all time, Avatar. I enjoyed the movie when it came out. I still enjoy the movie. I'm not on the Avatar sucks bandwagon. Yeah. Should it be the highest grossing movie of all time? No, probably not. Do I care? No. Next movie. The people who are ranting and raving about Promising Young Woman need to see An Education. Gary Mulligan is awesome in this. It also stars Peter Sarsgaard. I had to check the cover because I always get mixed up between him and his brothers. Dominic Cooper, Alfred Molina, Rosamund Pike, Emma Thompson. This is a very good movie, which I think everybody needs to check it out. One of the best British movies that I've seen. So, next movie, Attack the Block. Attack the Block. I read the script for this movie before it came out and really wanted to be in that movie. They decided to go for a younger cast, which I understand. The movie is phenomenal and John Boyega is absolutely terrific in the lead role. Attack the Block, awesome movie. I for one want to see a sequel. Who doesn't? It's a fun movie, a very British movie. I would wonder how much the Yanks would know about it. Would they really enjoy it? I don't know. I'll find out. I'll ask a few on Twitter. Next movie, Viggo Mortensen, A History of Violence. This is a very solid movie. One that I need to watch again because it is quality. Now, two movies I'm going to show. They've both got American in the name, so I'll show them at once. American Psycho, American History X. American Psycho stars Christian Bale playing Patrick Bateman, who is a psychopath. That is a really good movie. I am a huge fan. And then American History X, one of the most hard-hitting movies I've ever seen. The scene where he makes him bite the curb. Jesus, that is one of the scenes that makes me grimace the most when watching it. Still to this day, and I've seen that movie in double digits. Now we have A Prayer Before Dawn. This movie stars Joe Cole from Peaky Blinders and is a solid movie. Not too much to say about that. Look at the dust on it. I'm ashamed about that. I'm going to clean that off though. Alright, next movie, A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place is directed by John Krasinski and stars himself and his life partner, Emily Blunt, who I am a massive fan of. I am a massive fan. She's my second favourite actress behind Meryl Streep. Now we have Any Given Sunday, which is a American football movie. No, not football. It is an American football movie starring Jamie Foxx, Al Pacino, Cameron Diaz. Doesn't look like Cameron Diaz on the cover, but it's an old movie. Decent watch. I'm a fan of American football. Go Texans. Yeah, decent movie. And now the final movie on this batch is Stanley Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange. My favourite Kubrick movie, style upon style, one of the best of all time. A Clockwork Orange. Next pile coming up in just a tick. Ta-da! Okay, so I made a mistake. I forgot some of my numbered Blu-rays, so there are going to be a few which might seem out of order for you people that are like me, that like to keep everything regimented, everything nice and neat, alphabetical order, colours if we can get it. Yep, I'm kind of a psycho myself. So, next movie is 2001, A Space Odyssey. Stanley Kubrick's masterpiece. This is, look, if you haven't seen this movie, you need to watch because it is absolutely outstanding. One of the best movies ever made and an inspiration for many directors. I can guarantee your favourite director loves this movie. So if you haven't seen it, check it the blood clot out, okay? Boom. Next movie is Danny Boyle's 28 Days Later, which stars Cillian Murphy. This is one of my favourite British movies of all time. It's a zombie movie and is pretty freaking awesome. 28 Days Later. 27 Dresses. This is a movie which I was given to by my auntie when she was throwing out her Blu Ray collection. I'll watch anything. 27 Dresses starring Katherine Heigl is a decent enough watch as well. So 27 Dresses. Next movie we have The Snyder Cut. No, we have Zack Snyder's 300, which stars Gerard Butler in probably his breakout role. This is an awesome movie. I love the style of this movie. This is Sparta. Goes without saying, 300. Quality movie. Next is a movie which is 30 Days of Night This is one of the most underrated movies ever made. It is one of my favourite vampire movies. It is top 5 vampire movies of all time for me. Go check it out. 4, 3, 2, 1, directed by Noel Clarke, who is a British filmmaker. He made Kidulthood and Adulthood. I'm not the biggest fan of 4, 3, 2, 1. I bought it to support the British film industry because, you know, support your own. Next movie, 8 Mile. 8 Mile is the Eminem movie. This movie is awesome. I am a huge fan. When it comes to movies, musical movies, biographical musical movies, this is my all-time fave. I am a stan. This is one of my favourite movies, honestly. I watch this a lot. I watch it a lot. Next we have Abduction. Abduction is a Taylor Lautner movie. It is pretty bad. Pretty bad. I only bought it after watching all the Twilight movies. This is post-Twilight, his first movie after Twilight. And I was curious, so I bought it. Nice one to have in the collection in case I ever need to throw it at someone when they're burgling my house. Next movie, Assassin's Creed. So I am a big fan of the Assassin's Creed games. The first one blew my mind. That thing when you jumped off the building, banging, absolutely banging. The movie, not so great. I didn't catch it in cinema, so bought the Blu Ray to watch it. Is it the worst film of all time? No. Is it one that I would probably throw at a burglar? Yes. Next movie, Apocalypse Now. Francis Ford Coppola. This movie went through so much problems in the production. Stars Marlon Brando, who is my second favourite actor of all time, and is a solid movie. I prefer the normal version. I'm not the massive fan of the Redux version, but they're both on there. Next movie we have A Single Man. A Single Man I haven't watched in a long while. I did watch Nocturnal Animals the other day, the other Tom Ford film, so I think A Single Man is worth a rewatch. Colin Firth, awesome actor as well, so A Single Man. Next movie we have Angels and Demons, Tom Hanks. I've read all the books. This is a decent movie, semi-decent movie. It's not my favourite one in the series. That would be the original one, The Da Vinci Code. However, decent enough watch. My dad loves these movies. Next we have Alpha Dog. Alpha Dog. This movie is fucking quality. Honestly, yeah. R.I.P. Anton Yelchin. I watched this the other day and nearly shed a tear. He was a quality actor and God rest his soul. This is a top-notch movie. Ben Foster, that guy can play a villain to a T. Bad boy actor. Definitely check out Alpha Dog if you haven't seen it before. Next we have American Sniper, which is Bradley Cooper. Sienna Miller, absolute smoke show. Love that bird. This is a Clint Eastwood movie. I really like this movie. Of war movies in recent times, this is one of my favourites. Now we have Anchorman 1, Anchorman 2. The Legend of Ron Burgundy. Big Will Ferrell fan. Anchorman 1 is one of my favourite comedies of all time. Anchorman 2 is decent, not great, but it's not one that I'm going to watch again anytime soon. Now, American Honey. This movie, Total Film there said it's electrifying, and they are 100% right. Electrifying. Quality movie. Definitely check it out if you haven't. It's an underrated gem. Now we have a 6 film collection. Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, Prometheus and Alien Covenant. 1 and 2, amazing. Both of them are in my top 20 films of all time. Alien is one of my favourite movies. That is just the alien reveal in Alien, and the tension that is brought from the beginning of the movie is just second to none. And then the fact that Aliens is just so much different to the first movie, but is also as awesome as the first movie, pretty insane, pretty insane. As 1-2 punch combos go, Alien and Aliens might be my favourite, Then we have Aquaman, which I need to watch again. I watched a couple of the other DC movies the other day after watching the Snyder Cut, and I was pleasantly surprised by a few of them. They've grown on me slightly, so let's see on a rewatch if Aquaman's any better than I thought it was previously. Then we have Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then we also have, Ant-Man. So Ant-Man and the Wasp and Ant-Man, the two Ant-Man movies. I'm a fan. I thought they're okay. They're not the best movies, but I'm a fan of Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is the best. Love that geezer. Next we have A Star Is Born. This is a beautiful movie. A beautiful movie. Lady Gaga, honestly, I didn't know what to expect when going into the movie. Never seen her act before, and she is really, really fucking good in this. Bradley Cooper as well. This is a quality movie. Now we have a British comedy. This is a sick movie. Another Hood. Adam Deacon wrote and directed the movie. Adam Deacon is, of course, from Kidulthood and Adulthood. This is a quality movie. I am a fan. Me and my brother watch this a lot when he's around. Banging movie. Now we have August Osage County. Don't know how to pronounce that, I'm not gonna lie. Stars Meryl Streep, like I said, my favourite actress of all time. I will try and watch everything she's in because she is mesmerising. Yep, mesmerising. Now, we have, next to our good uns. Arrival, Denis Villeneuve. This movie is so sick. I watched this movie so many times over the past year when I found out about it, and it is in fact my favourite Denis movie. This is my favourite. Arrival is so sick, so sick. And then we have one of my top 4 movies of all time, Battle Royale. This is the director's cut. I fucking love this movie. Kinji Fukasaku done an incredible job. 1 dead, 41 to go. If you haven't seen Battle Royale before, you need to check it out. It is a Japanese movie and is sick. Got a cut again, get another batch. Back again, final batch of movies in this video, part 1 of 5. Next movie is Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Stars Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice and is a movie which I was a fan of when I was younger. Watched it again the other week and it's a bit meh. Next we have Brokeback Mountain. Brokeback Mountain was a winner of 3 Academy Awards, which it thoroughly deserved. Heath Ledger, Jake Gyllenhaal, banging movie. Now we have Blade 2 and Blade Trinity. Blade, alright? This is one of my favourite superhero, well, comic book movies. Wesley Snipes' Blade is so sick. Want to see what Ali's going to do with the role. Looking forward to Blade. Even though I'm not so psyched that they said the next one's going to be not rated R, which I don't really understand how they can make a vampire movie, a vampire hunter movie, and have it not rated R. We will wait and see. In Feige we trust. Next movie is Borg vs McEnroe. This is a tennis movie starring Shia LaBeouf. I got this in a 5 Blu-rays, no, £30 for 5 Blu-rays, and hadn't seen it. It's a decent enough movie. Decent enough. It's not the best movie in the world. That's shown the fact it's got 2 4-star ratings on the cover. No one give it a 5-star, but a decent enough movie. Now we have Mel Gibson's Braveheart. This movie is freaking awesome. Freedom, fighting for freedom, big fan of that movie. Burn After Reading, a Coen Brothers comedy starring Brad Pitt and Frances McDormand, quality movie, big fan of the Coen Brothers, big fan. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman, aka the Black Panther, big fan of this movie, big fan. Can't wait to see how they progress the story with Chadwick not being here no more. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. I was a big fan of that movie. I love the world they built with Wakanda. Wakanda forever. Come on, bosh. Next movie, I watched this the other day again. Bloodsport, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Anytime I'm having a shitty day, put some Jean-Claude Van Damme movies on, and boom, I feel great again. Don't know where this Blu Ray's from because it's got foreign writing on the back. It looks German. But it works anyway. Great movie. Now we have Bronson, Nicholas Winding Refn. I see many people on Twitter banging on about his movies. Drive, The Neon Demon. Bronson is one of my favourites from him. Tom Hardy is insane in this. The movie is an acquired taste for sure, but it's one of my favourite Winding Refn movies. It's probably my second behind Drive. Now we have Byzantium. This is another 5 for £30 one, starring Gemma Arterton and Saoirse Ronan. Decent movie, doesn't blow you away, but it's in the collection. Black Hawk Down, another war movie. You'll see that I have quite a few war movies in my collection. I'm a fan, not of war, but of the movies. I love seeing the way people can bring trauma to the screen and how people deal with the after effects. Another Ridley Scott movie, quite a few of those in the collection. A big fan of Mr. Scott. Now we have Bugsy Malone. Bugsy Malone, not to be confused with the rapper from 0121. This is a quality movie, one from my childhood. Basically, it's kids playing as adults. It is an amazing movie. Check it out if you haven't already. Bugsy Malone. Now we have Asher D in Bullet Boy. Asher D, UK British legend from So Solid Crew, actually was very privileged enough to do a play with Asher D back in 2008. If he's a great actor, he's even a better dude behind it. Bullet Boy, big boy movie. Now we have Boogie Nights. Boogie Nights for me is one of my top 10 movies of all time. Directed by Paul Thomas Anderson and starring Mark Wahlberg. This is the only Mark Wahlberg movie where I thought, whoa, this guy can act. He can act. His other movies are not that bad. They're not that bad. Ted, for instance, I enjoyed. Some of his other stuff I've enjoyed. But Boogie Nights was some good shit. The soundtrack, amazing. My favourite soundtrack of all time. And also the initial opening shot. Paul Thomas Anderson loves these long takes. The way it glides through, introduce you to all the main characters, awesome. I'm crazy like Doc from Back to the Future. Back to the Future trilogy. Not much to say. Back to the Future, one of the best trilogies ever made. Not in my top 10, however. But I'll get to that another day. Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice. Watched this again the other day after watching the Snyder Cut. Still not a big fan. It's pretty meh. One of the weakest comic book movies that I've seen anyway. Then we have Batman Begins. Batman Begins is not one of the weakest comedy? It's definitely not a comedy. One of the comic book movies that I've seen. I'm a massive fan of Batman Begins. I'm a massive fan of the whole trilogy. As origin movies go for comic books, this and Iron Man are my two favourites. Now we have Being Human. Being Human is a British TV series. Hasn't been opened, as you can see. This was bought because my younger brother was actually in an episode, so it was good to have that in the collection. Now we have Blue is the Warmest Colour. Blue is the Warmest Colour is a French movie. It is about a young lady who is exploring her sexuality and ends up meeting an older woman who basically shows her what love really is. This is a really good movie. I remember watching it for the first time and being kind of blown away by it. I thought it was truly an amazing, outstanding movie. When I went back to watch it a couple of weeks ago, wasn't the biggest fan again. I still really like it, but I think on first watch it really kind of blew me away. Blue is the Warmest Colour. Batman 4-film collection, Batman, Batman Returns, Batman and Robin, and Batman Forever. Batman is really good. Batman Returns is my favourite movie from this section of Batman movies. And then Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Terrible. But I had to own them. Gotta own the Batman. Batman is my favourite superhero or supervillain, whatever. Any comic book character, Batman is my favourite. Black Swan. This movie, so good. Watched it again about a week ago and it's just so good, man. So good. Darren Aronofsky, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm so bad with pronunciation of names. So if I get it wrong, do not kill me in the comments. It's just my poor vocab. Natalie Portman is outstanding in this. A truly amazing movie from top to bottom. Editing, hair and makeup, just scout location scouting, everything about that movie. Awesome. Bumblebee. Bumblebee is the most recent Transformers movie and is my favourite Transformers movie. I thought this was freaking awesome and also had one of the realest lines in the whole of the Transformers. These robots go around calling themselves the Decepticons and nobody has ever seen a problem with that. John Cena pops up and says, well, they kind of call themselves the Decepticons, it's in the name. And I really enjoyed Bumblebee, really enjoyed it. It is a quality movie. Go and watch it if you haven't already. Edgar Wright's Baby Driver. Edgar Wright, one of my favourite directors. I love his fast, choppy style. Baby Driver and the way the sound editing in that movie, that is quality. Just going to move this over and get another pile on. Bear with me. Okay, so now we have a British movie, Cockneys vs Zombies. This movie is absolutely awful. Again, this is another one that I'll throw at a burglar if they come through the door. Then we have Chronicle. Chronicle is by Josh Trank, I think. Yep, Josh Trank. And stars a few people that have been in comic book movies. I can't remember his name now. Dan DeHaan and Michael B. Jordan are in this. This is a really good found footage movie. I am a fan. Haven't been a massive fan of Josh Trank after this movie, but this one I really enjoyed. Cool. Now we have 3 Captain America movies, the Captain America trilogy, The First Avenger, The Winter Soldier, and Civil War. The ranking for me is The Winter Soldier #1, Civil War #2, and The First Avenger #1. However, I really enjoyed all of the Captain America movies. When it comes to the MCU, this is my favourite trilogy from it, 100%. Next movie is Casablanca. Casablanca is one of my favourite movies of all time. A black and white movie. It is part of the collection that HMV do. This one getting the nice jazzy cover. This is a truly amazing movie which I think everybody needs to check out. Even if you're not into old movies, definitely go check it out. It's freaking awesome. Now we have Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel for me is a great movie. I really enjoyed it. It gets a lot of unwarranted hate. I don't know if because of Brie Larson. I love Brie Larson. I think she's an outstanding actress. So if you lot don't like her, fuck you. No, I'm joking. Doesn't really matter. Everyone's got their own opinion. Captain Marvel. Oh, another batch, another batch, another batch, another batch. Let's separate these quickly. All right. We have a Martin Scorsese picture. Casino. Casino. Freaking awesome. Joe Pesci in this is absolutely outstanding. My favourite performance from Pesci. And this is an absolutely freaking amazing movie which also features the beautiful Sharon Stone. Cape Fear. Cape Fear is another Martin Scorsese picture. You'll see a trend going in my collection. I have a lot of his movies. Big fan. He is my second favourite director of all time behind the GOAT Quentin Tarantino. Cape Fear is a really good movie. Not my favourite, not top 10 Scorsese, but it's quality nevertheless. Benicio del Toro in Che Part 1 and Part 2. I watched this movie and it was very long-winded. Even in 2 parts, very long-winded. I probably won't go around to watching it again, but again, nice having a collection. I am a big fan of Del Toro. Next we have Cass. Cass is a movie which is all about a English hooligan who supported West Ham back in the day. Features Daniel Kaluuya as well in one of his first movie roles. Quality movie. I'm a big fan of the old British gangster movies, football hooliganism. Yeah, Cass. Tom Hanks, Robert Zemeckis, Castaway. This is an awesome movie. Wilson. Castaway, Tom Hanks. Contraband, Mark Wahlberg, a decent movie, it's worth a watch, nothing to sing and shout about. Kate Beckinsale's also in it. I love Kate Beckinsale, oh, I absolutely love her. Ben Foster's also in it, again, Ben Foster, big fan. City of God, one of the best movies of all time. Top 3 foreign language movie of all time. For me, City of God is a movie which you have to see. It's just freaking amazing. Then we have Orson Welles' Citizen Kane, widely regarded as the best movie of all time. Not my favourite movie of all time. I did rewatch it the other day because I watched Mank and it was a good watch, but definitely not for me the best movie of all time. However, worth a watch. If you're into movies like most people that are watching this video will be, you have to watch it at some point in your life. Creed. The Rocky Balboa legacy continues with Creed and Michael B. Jordan. This movie pretty much put him into the stratosphere of superstardom. World's sexiest man, supposedly. Creed. Catch Me If You Can. Look. This movie is freaking awesome. Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, Steven Spielberg. What more do you want from a movie? Colours, Sean Penn movie, decent watch, a hard watch at times. Honestly, it is I say a gangster movie. It's a police movie, but it's all about gangs in America. Colours, Dennis Hopper movie, good film. Catch and Release. So Catch and Release, this is a movie which I haven't actually watched yet. It's probably one that my auntie gave to me as well. I'll check that out in the future. Date Night, underrated Steve Carell movie with Tina Fey. If you want a movie to watch on a Friday evening with a curry, this is the one to go with. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Bad Boy movie, one of the trilogy. I should have them all together actually, but I don't. The other 2 are in there somewhere. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, awesome. This is the first movie and no, it's not. Is it the first? No, this is the second movie and it is also my favourite in the series. Now we have Darkest Hour, which is the Gary Oldman movie where he plays Winston Churchill, directed by Joe Wright. I like the movie. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I do feel like the biopics seem to get way too much love. Playing somebody who actually exists and someone who you can mimic, I don't feel is a bigger achievement as making a character yourself. So it kind of pisses me off that so many of the Academy Award winners are biopic winners when there's other better performances that happened in that year. The Darkest Hour, still a good movie. It's definitely worth a watch for sure. Gary Oldman puts on a really good performance. Drive, Nicholas Winding Refn's best movie starring Ryan Gosling. It is an awesome movie. It is in my top 10. Visually, it's stunning. The soundtrack is freaking awesome, and that tension building scene in the lift with the hammer, one of my favourite scenes of all time. And then we have Die Hard. This is the last movie I'm going to be showing in part 1. the best Christmas movie of all time, Die Hard. Bruce Willis as John McClane. Die Hard. That is all for part 1 of my Blu Ray collection. Thank you for watching. I'll be back soon with part 2. Part 2. Part 1, 2. Part 2. Peace out.